those first couple of weeks when everybody was getting their feet under them, trying to figure out what to do, what to say, mostly at the media level was the thing that interested me the most. There being this period of time where there were commercials on television that were just in no way relevant and seemed trivial. And now the commercials are uniformly about the virus. And it's a really unique feature of our economic consumer system. I don't know if I want to say capitalist or not. I think it's just consumer as far as it goes. Is that it can really create this interesting backdrop in like really fast time.
Sure.
So there's just a motivation. I don't know what the motivation is. Somebody in the ad agency would be able to tell us if like you have a certain booking for, you have commercials on CBS for a quarter and you have to fill them because you already bought them in advance, or you really do feel a need to associate your brand with caring for people. But it's switched over, and then all the commercials are about, the funniest ones are the car commercials where they're talking about like, we'll give you 2 months free and we'll...
Or they offer to like give a discount to nurses and stuff.
Yeah,
like
on a Cadillac.
Yeah, exactly.
On a $70,000 car.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Which I'm sure the nurses that are working 14 hours a day right now are going home and watching Cadillac commercials and just dying to buy their Cadillac.
Yeah. So I don't know how I guess I do know. I don't feel entirely positive about the way that everything just gets repopulated with new set dressing related to this, but it's not high on my priority list of things that like need to change about this world. It's just kind of observationally like, okay, yep, we got to respond, and this is what our reality is. It is a consumer-based, entertainment-driven, vehicle, and so it just doesn't make sense to have jokey commercials on right now.
Right.
So,
although
I have seen a couple.
Wouldn't that be kind of nice? I think it would make sense. I think people are so inundated with constantly hearing about the coronavirus, and I feel both ways about this. There's one part of me that thinks, yes, we should all be thinking about it all the time because people are dealing with it. It's a real thing. You and I have been lucky that we haven't gotten sick and haven't had it that we know of, but plenty of people have gotten very, very sick. A lot of people have died in really terrible ways. And maybe we should all be collectively thinking about it, and maybe that'll bring some sort of energy or power to it. But then on the other hand, why are we creating this mass anxiety and depression, emotional depression, also economic depression, but whatever, emotional depression from constantly hearing about it? And you want to turn on the TV, I guess if you're watching the news, you're trying to inflict some sort of harm on yourself. But if you're watching Friends or something, maybe you're trying to inflict some sort of harm on yourself too, but depends on your opinion. I actually like the show. I just thought it would be a funny joke. But typically, I think if you're just turning on the TV, maybe you want to unwind, maybe you had a hard day, maybe you had 5 panic attacks already. Do you really need every single commercial to be this vomitose, fake caring, we love everyone? Like, give me a break. It's also just give me a break.
Companies are not incentivized to make things that could potentially be revolutionary within 30 seconds. I mean, the idea is you have to play it safe, still have brand recognition, or fulfill your obligations for your ad order. I don't really know. It would seem to me if I were a company, I would probably just want to lie low, but I don't know. There are a lot of people that are very smart, driven people working in advertising that maybe they want to get their say out there right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but it would take an exceptional effort because you have to communicate that to people that are probably like, what do you mean we're going to make a joke right now?
Right.
No.
And I also am not in that position,
Yeah.
and I don't know what I would do if I was.
Yeah.
Ultimately, for them, it's probably not the right time. I think my personal trouble with it is just that it feels so disingenuous. And then because it is in the backdrop of everyone's life constantly, it's filtered out into everyone. You go have a conversation with a friend on the phone, and they're saying the same things that are in the Cadillac commercial in their voice, but it's not unique thought. And it feels like some weird mind control and a lack of people being able to think for themselves. And it's all very confusing for someone like me who wants people to all decide to do the right thing, but also wants everyone to be thinking it for themselves and individual and not just falling into repeating all the things that they've been hearing.
Right.